Hello, and welcome to day 30 of Facebook Live. My name is Jessica Lozano, and I'm a women's relationship and feminine embodiment mentor, coach, and a ceremony facilitator. And today I have a very, very good, a very important transmission for my couples, for my women who feel that their man doesn't have the right je ne sais quoi when they approach you in the bedroom. It feels more like this frat boy energy, like horny frat boy energy versus a needy energy versus like a man, right? There's two differences, and I'm going to share with you what they look and feel like and what you can start doing to change the dynamics for that. So, okay. So I want to first share why it's important that this frat boy needy energy, this horny frat boy energy shifts and transforms, alchemizes to a man approaching you. This energy doesn't feel good, right? I know it doesn't. It feels yucky. It feels gross. It feels like you want to can't tell him, can't you just be a man? Why are you being like this? And it doesn't make you turned on. It doesn't make you wet. It doesn't make you, you don't feel the desire to want to have sex with your man, right? And sex is important in a relationship. It is. And I've seen so many posts and memes about how women don't enjoy sex. And I get that because I used to be that. And I laughed at these because I understand the feeling of that when it's just like, yeah, I don't. I get how they're feeling. I get the feeling of what each and every single woman comments on that thread. And the thing is that eventually your body you betray your body because then you have sex when you don't want to have sex, or it dries out the relationship in this area, and you can begin to calcify or break the natural life force circuitry in your relationship between man and woman in the art making of love, or even just the primal raw enjoyment of it. It's important for man and woman to be in this energy of co-creation, whether you are actively wanting to make a baby or not. It doesn't matter. It is important life force energy. And man and woman don't like it when there's not. There's a reason. There's a spiritual reason. There's a deep interconnection reason for it. So you don't want to let it be okay for that and be an ordinary couple. Instead, you want to be an extraordinary couple where every area in your life, in your relationship is thriving, right? Where you feel so alive in your relationship, and that is possible. So this is why we want to change this dynamic. What it looks like when a man is in this horny frat boy energy or this needy energy, which can be either one or the other or both combined. It is like the way they treat your body. The way they treat your body is like you're an object, right? So it's like honking the boobs, smacking the ass, grabbing the crotch, right? And okay, maybe in the beginning it was kind of funny, but then eventually it gets old, and eventually you're feeling this boy energy coming from your man. And that's not sexy for a woman. It doesn't feel good. You could also feel with this needy energy as if and it's not necessarily what he's saying, because he's probably not saying this, and he could necessarily not be doing anything wrong in his approach, but possibly he is that there is this needy energy that you feel, as almost as if it's your body's responsibility to take care of his horniness. Do you get what I'm saying? To take care of his sexual energy. Like you feel like he's like pulling on you, on your feminine essence, on your pussy, on this energy of yours to satisfy this thing that he doesn't have control, discipline, power over, right? Because in this moment he doesn't. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like for you. What you're feeling from him and what it looks like. Let me see if there's something else I wanted to say about that. I don't think there's anything else I wanted to say about that. Yeah, basically what I said before. Doesn't make you want to drop your panties for him. What I've been saying these past 5 days. But I just wanted to get the tangible, what it really looks like, and then what it feels like, right? Because there's things that he's physically doing, and there's probably things that you have, which, by the way, if you do, go ahead and put them in the comments. I want to see, I want to know. I want to know the varieties that come. These are just the main ones that I know from experience and from what women tell me, what they share with me. And yeah, we don't want to continue that. We don't want to continue that energy. And you may not know what to do, but I'm going to show you what to do. The next thing is what a man looks like, it feels like. Oof. That just how I say it like that makes you like, who is this man? You haven't even said anything. I'm going to drop my panties already. Right? There's such a difference when your man approaches you for sex, or just approaches how he treats your body on a day-to-day basis, when he's in his masculine core and he has personal power, sovereignty, control, and discipline over his own sexual energy. What it looks like is this. What it looks like is that he caresses your body. He like touches your body with this adoration and this love and this sensualness that maybe he does or does not touch your breast, touch your ass, touch your yoni or caress over it. It doesn't really matter if he does or doesn't, because the way that he's just caressing your body is just like, I adore and worship you and your body. It doesn't feel like an object to him that's there to satisfy him. It feels like, wow, this man appreciates my woman, sees my body through the eyes of like sacredness, right? And the way you can feel it when he touches you. So when I say feel, and women know this, it's not always something that is said. It's something that we feel, and sometimes we can't always put a finger on it. And it's really important for you to trust that intuition. So it feels like that. And then when he does like touch your breast, touches your ass, and touches your yoni, you're like, ooh. You're like pulsating. You're like, yes, do that again. Right? Like warms you up. It looks like a man that romances you and doesn't expect sex from you, right? The other one expects sex from you as if it's your obligation or your responsibility. A man doesn't expect it. A man romances you. He brings you flowers because he knows that there's so much more to you than your body. And he also knows that you will only spread your legs when he has rightfully earned that and he's up for the challenge. He is up for that challenge. He likes that challenge. It lets him know where he stands. It also feels like he wants to give you pleasure. He's in the energy of giving and adding to your sexual experience as a woman and experiencing pleasure through his touch and his lingam, which is cock. Right? The other one feels like he's taking from you. He's extracting from you, not adding, right? A masculine man is like, I want to give you so much pleasure. I want to add to your sexual experience. And it's not from a place of, let me get you off first so I can get off. Although maybe sometimes in the really raw, primal moments it does. But the other one, like the frat boy, horny, energy, needy, it's more of like, I'm just going to do it, get it done with because I care more about myself. I need to get this I need to get this ejaculation going, right? There's two different feelings and vibes. What it also looks like when you're not in the mood, maybe you say no, and you can see him, he's getting ready, and you say, oh, I don't know if I want to today. He's like, he'll lean forward. He'll whisper in your ear the things that he wants to do to you. He'll like grab your thigh gently but firmly, just letting you know that he's there. And then he'll lean back and he'll say things like, you sure that you don't want to experience that? And then he'll look at you with these like sexy piercing eyes where you're just like, you feel that masculine energy where it just makes you quiver. Like your body's like, holy shit, okay. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you see the difference? And this is possible for you. This is absolutely possible for you and your relationship, no matter how long you've been together. Because let me see what time it is. No, I think Ron has to get back in the room. Because for me, it shifted my reality too. What I'm going to share with you. Because my man wasn't always like this. He had some of this. It's a little nuanced. It wasn't as obvious as I hear some women with their partners, or as extreme, let's say. It's still nuanced. But nuanced just means a different level of mastery in both the couples. In a relationship, it is a dance between two people, right? So the man has a job to do, the man has his own responsibilities and inner work to do, and so does the woman. And in my experience, the woman is the frequency that goes first. You can also say that it's the energy that leads first, and I'm okay with using that word. I know that in the sexual polarity realm, if you're really going to be like super like to the letter in the book, the feminine energy doesn't lead. It's a frequency that emanates and is. the masculine leads. But for the purpose of, for you to understand and how to embody it, I think that using the word lead is good. I like to say that the feminine is the energy, is in the relationship, is the heart and the energy of the relationship. She leads the energetics and the emotions and the heart of the relationship. The masculine leads the outer part, right? So which is why it's important for our energy to be so squeaky clean on our beliefs and what we desire. And what we, beliefs and our desires need to be very, very clear. Because here's the thing. When I was feeling this from Ron, from my man, it was because I had a belief that my body was at some degree held some responsibility to satisfy the man, to satisfy my partner. I had a belief of that. And I actually, if time went too long and he wasn't initiating, I was like, okay, we need to do this. Or if when he did initiate, I'm like, okay, well, I have to do it because it's been this amount of time and it's my responsibility or obligation to that. And I don't want him to leave. I want him to find him somewhere else. I want him to be satisfied, right? Because of a fear of what I was told growing up, things that I've seen from other men do. Partners of mine that left their women because they weren't giving them sex, right? So my whole belief system around sex was like, holy shit, I need to do this or else. I fear that they leave me. Very much working on my abandonment wound there. So even though by the time I met Ron, I really worked a lot on this abandonment wound and really brought it to a place where I can have inner security and sovereignty and face my deepest fears, which I had to face this fear of like, okay, my body's not his obligation or his responsibility, right? So I want to be very clear. He didn't ever say those things to me, right? He never, ever, ever, ever said those things. And if I said no, he would completely not ask for it. So I don't want to paint any kind of bad light, but there was these subtle energies, right? Because he also had to work on his sexual sovereignty, which every man on earth needs to work on their sexual sovereignty and have complete personal power, discipline, and control over their sexual energy. It is not something that you just spill out all the time. And that as soon as you feel it, you need to do something about it in terms of ejaculate. That is what they have been taught. So of course, as they're growing up and they haven't been initiated out of that, that energy it's felt, right? And they probably don't even know necessarily. They have an unconscious awareness to it. So how did we change the dynamics? We changed the dynamics and how he's now this like masculine man that I'm just like, woo, I'm enjoying every single minute of it. That leads up to the point of it and every minute during it and after it is that I had to gain sexual sovereignty over my own sexual energy and my body and clean up these beliefs. And it really started with building a relationship to my body because I've never had a relationship to my body and my sexuality for myself. It was always related some way to somebody else. It's like being a codependent, right? You don't know who you are until you're finally alone. And you've only known who you are with a man. Or with time always filled up in your schedule with friends, with low power mode. Damn it, it turned dark. I hate it when it does that. Is there a way? Let me see. No. Ooh, what is that? The microphone? That's interesting. What is that comment box? Oh, write a comment. Oh, wait, there it is. Oh, okay, found it. Is this a poll? What is that? Oops. No. Go back. Okay. So when I started to create a relationship with my body and having a sovereign relationship with my body and cleaned up the energy that I felt that my body was somehow, any lingering beliefs that I had that my body was somehow responsible to the masculine, to my partner, to give him sex, right? To satisfy his sexual energy. When I cleaned that up, those beliefs, really started honoring my body, valuing my pussy, valuing every single part of my sacred sexual anatomy, and having a relationship for myself, right? Like a sovereign relationship with myself, the energy shifted because I no longer held a belief that my body is meant to satisfy the man, and therefore the natural energetics in a relationship is that they will shift, they will respond to that. He responded to that. I valued my body. I had an upgraded relationship with my body, a sovereign relationship with my body. Therefore, he saw it like that. And he also began to have a sovereign relationship with his sexual energy. So he's not needy or having that horny frat boy energy, and started to treat my body as a woman who values her sexual energy, who isn't going to just give it because you're horny, or because I'm your woman and therefore I'm supposed to, or treat me like a teenage boy or young 20-year-old guy, instead of approach it like a man, because I was embodying woman with my body. Also, not this scared inner girl either with my body. Do you get what I'm saying? This is how the dynamics change. Yes, did Ron have to do his own work? Yes, did he read some books? Yes, all the things, but I was the one who led all that. In the sense that I changed my frequency. Therefore, we had conversations about this. Therefore, the way that I approach sex in the bedroom and all the things that we did together was because of the feminine creating that initial change, and then the masculine leads that change, takes action upon that change. So these are the things that I'm going to be teaching you, teaching you inside of Dripping Pleasure, where I'm going to guide you to have sexual sovereignty over your body, create a relationship with your body, with sexuality, with sex, so that the dynamics in your relationship shift. So that you feel like you're being approached by a man, you're being swooned by a man, you're being romanced by a man. You are like seduced by a man where you're like, you're making me quiver. And you haven't even touched me yet. Do you get what I'm saying? That is the kind of relationship you want. That's what's possible. And I know it's possible because it happened to us. So I'm speaking from direct experience. I'm not speaking from our relationship always being like that. I'm speaking from actual experience, wisdom, and knowledge that I want to transfer to you so that you can implement and use this in your life, and you have the extraordinary relationship, extraordinary sex life that you deeply desire. So Dripping Pleasure started today. Transmission 1 and the challenge 1 already started. And you have plenty of time to come in. We have 5 days of teaching transmissions and challenges, the weekend to catch up, 2 weeks of that. And I'm so excited to have you relate to your body in a different way. And in the process of that, feel the shifts in your relationship with your man and just feel more liberated as a woman. So it is $100. The price will go up to $125 on Wednesday. Yeah, just looking at my calendar, on Wednesday. And we have, if you're joining live, I have a separate chat group, exclusive chat group. I'm getting tongue-tied. Exclusive chat group. Gotta talk slow. For the women who are joining live so that you can get direct coaching and mentorship about your sex life and your relationship and your feminine embodiment, right? Because part of this is about dropping into your feminine embodiment and not making sex performative. Okay? It's not supposed to be performative at all. That's what we see on TV. All right. So if you have any questions, message me. Also, if you are interested in really diving deeper and really bringing in your relationship to God and sex and men and all of that, ask me about Sex Priestess, because that's coming soon. And right now we're on pre-sale. So message me and I would love to chat with you more about that. And come join Dripping Pleasure today. It's going to be so good. Like, I have so much that I want to share with you. And the women are sharing their introductions. And I'm like, oh my God, yes, I'm so excited for everyone in there. Every single one. I'm like, oh my God, you're going to get exactly what you need with what they're sharing, what their intentions are. So come join us. It's going to be an amazing experience. And I would love, 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 love to have you there. All right, beautiful. Have a awesome Monday, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.